welcome back to another episode of the Neigh Today UAHT podcast. Today here with me is Dr. Christopher Smith, the Dean of Students here at UAHT. Dr. Smith, if you will, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Born and raised here in Hope, Arkansas. Just a good old country boy, as they say, from Southwest Arkansas. And just feels good to be back home serving as Dean of Students.
Good. Chris and I also go a long way back. You'll probably see throughout this series, I know a lot of people here because I've been here so long, but I remember when Chris was a student here. And so it's great to have him here now as our Dean of Students. And I knew one of these days he'd be back working here. We're so glad that he is. Dean Smith, if you will, tell us a little bit about your college journey from when you came here to where you went after us and just coming full circle back to working here for us.
Absolutely. So I, started at UACCH at the time and obtained my associates in general education. Afterwards, I was granted an opportunity to transfer to UA Little Rock and obtain my bachelor's in political science. After there, I resided in Little Rock for a while and decided to go to graduate school. And I obtained my master's in public administration from Arkansas State University. And in 2019, I completed my doctorate from the University of Southern California.
Okay.
And so during that time, I had the pleasure of working at Philander Smith College in Little Rock for about 3.5 years. And as stated, had the opportunity to come back home to utilize the knowledge and skills that I received academically and professionally and hone those skills here in Hope, Arkansas.
That's cool. So you have a lot of alma maters to root for.
I really do.
All right. Well, tell us before we really get deep into this, tell us what is your favorite thing about UAHT?
About UAHT, I don't want to sound like a cliche, but the students. Each semester we have such a diverse group of students. They have, their own personalities, even some things, and you could attest to this, where we knew either their parents or their siblings or other family relatives, and just really seeing the students come to UAHT on day one, and then a year or two later, when they graduate, they have matriculated and grown so much that we want to see them go into the workforce or transfer to a four-year institution. And it's just great seeing them grow and knowing that we had our part in helping them grow as a student and an individual.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how far some of these students, from where they've come from to where they end up. It's really some really cool stories out there. Most of them first generation college students.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. Well, before we get serious and talk about the Iron Horse Food Pantry, there's a nasty rumor going on that you're a LeBron James fan.
That is true.
I'm not going to ask you the obvious question, who's the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan? I'll leave that alone. But do you think the Lakers have a chance again this year?
I believe so. There were some roster decisions I didn't agree with for this upcoming season, but I trust LeBron. Yeah. I do. And I think he'll be able to get ring number 5. And if he does, I'll be sure and get you a LeBron shirt because I know how much you love LeBron. So we want to make sure that we get you on the bandwagon.
Well, I'll be sure to donate that shirt to the food pantry. We'll make it a clothing pantry. All right, well, let's get down to business. We're here today to talk about the Iron Horse Food Pantry. If you will, give us a little overview of what the food pantry is and maybe a little background about how it got started.
Sure. The Iron Horse Pantry is a great resource for our students and their families. More so a backstory behind it. Then Chancellor Thomason and I had some conversations about food insecurity, not only in the region, but more so on our campus. And so just really kind of diving into surveying the students and employees of the institution. And that survey really brought forth some good information stating that of the students who completed the survey, at least 90% mentioned that they experienced or know someone who is experiencing food insecurity. And a raving almost 100% of our employees said that they knew of students who were, experiencing food insecurity, but also they would be willing to contribute to the Iron Horse Pantry. And so just having those conversations and getting that data to really help drive the decision home that says, if we see a need with our students, UAHT, which is one of the things I'm so proud of, will do what we can in order to help those students do better in life, not only academically, but personally. And so that kind of led to the creation of the Iron Horse Pantry, really kind of surveying the students and just having those frank conversations of what food items or even personal items would you need in order to make sure that you stay focused on your academics and not, leave the institution because of food shortage or personal hygiene shortage, and really just giving them a resource to help them cross the finish line.
Yeah, that's one of the things that is so great about the college, at least in my opinion. We don't just care about those students getting just an education. We're here to help them however we can. And a lot of times we don't think about some of the obstacles between them and their education, and just something like having enough to eat.
Absolutely.
Or having the money to buy that food for them or for their kids maybe. With that being said, you've pretty well answered what the mission or the goal of the Iron Horse Pantry is. So tell us a little bit about what the pantry actually offers to students, and is there certain qualifications they may have to meet to be able to take advantage of these resources?
Sure. As you see, some of the popular items we have are, our dry cereals, our hamburger helpers, macaroni and cheeses. Students really do appreciate the personal hygiene items as well, such as laundry detergent, toilet tissue, toothbrush, toothpaste, shaving gels, and shaving razors. And so throughout the year that the pantry has been open, you really get to observe the needs of the students. And there have been many times where students will be on the phone with a friend or a family member, and you just kind of overhear their conversations, where one student in particular was just saying, I cannot believe that the school has this free resource for me. You don't know how this helps me become a better person, stay enrolled in the institution. And then off of that, students who have been impacted by the pantry have even asked, what can I do to help keep this pantry open? And said, if you can just graduate and just spread the word of what we're doing here at UAHT, then that's the best that they can offer.
That's great. And that's what we're here to help each other.
We are.
And that's what it's all about. And so is there a form they need to fill out? How do they go about contacting you to be able to take advantage of these opportunities?
Absolutely. The students can just go to our website, uaht.edu/pantry, or they can email me, christopher.smith@uaht.edu.
Okay.
And all they have to do is be a currently enrolled student. So whether you're taking a 3-hour class or taking 12 to 15 hours, if you are enrolled, whether concurrent, collegiate academy, part-time, full-time, or adult ed student, we are here to serve you.
That's good. So the Iron Horse Food Pantry is actually located on the Hope campus, and we actually do have signs around campus when it's open on the days it's open. But tell everyone how it actually operates from the Texarkana campus.
Sure. Going to the website, uaht.edu/pantry, our Texarkana students can go and they place their order, and it's kind of like Amazon Prime. and students can go and place the order of items that they want. We'll receive that notification instantly. I reach out to the student and confirm a drop-off date and time. And so within 24 to 48 hours, their items that they ordered will be at the Texarkana campus. They just go to the administration building and show their student ID and pick up their items, and they'll be good to go.
Okay, that's cool. Now, you've already mentioned other people can donate food items and hygiene items to the Iron Horse Pantry. What if somebody wanted to make a monetary donation? How would they go about doing that?
Yes, they would contact Mrs. Anna Powell in our foundation office, and her contact information is annapowell@uaht.edu. And she's been great in making sure that those students or individuals in the community who want to contribute monetarily can do so. And to those individuals, we greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Now, what I want to close with is, what type of encouraging advice might you give to somebody who might be a little reluctant about maybe taking advantage of the benefits that this pantry has to offer?
Yeah, I would encourage that student, that individual, that we all need help sometimes. And it's truly nothing to be ashamed of. And just know that the resource that we have here in the pantry is for the student. And so we just want them to know that we don't look down upon them, and we don't want that student to think less of themselves. Everyone needs help every now and again, whether it's dealing with food insecurity or having transportation issues or needing some work done on a house. So, we all are here to help each other. And so it just happens to be in this individual's life, food insecurity, maybe one of those that we can help build that bridge so they can cross it and go on to do bigger and better things.
Well, that's some wonderful advice. I don't know of anyone who at one point in time in their life didn't have somebody help them get to where they are today.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're here to do, to help one another. And we hope you take advantage of everything the Iron Horse Pantry has to offer. This is a wonderful program. Again, this is Dr. Christopher Smith, our Dean of Students here at UAHT, with us today. I'm Casey Curtis, the Communications Coordinator here at the college. And thank you for joining us again on the Neigh Today. We'll see you next time.